Hi everyone and welcome back to Star Trek Elite Force. This time we're going to be moving on looking for our final sample of isodesium.
What do you want? Saboteurs. What? Why did you divert our power? We did not!
Our whole section is on emergency lights.
Bah! So much the better. Now you won't have to see each other's repugnant faces.
Ha ha! We're not leaving until you return power to our sector.
This Patak must be hallucinating.
I know what that word means.
And what are you going to do about it?
We outnumber you 2-1.
Ha! It would take 20 Maelon to equal one Klingon warrior. It is we who outnumber you 2-1.
That would be 10-1, Klingon wench.
Stop! They might be telling the truth. Let's check it out. We're not leaving until you restore power. Fine. Be our guests.
Now, the more eagle-eyed amongst you would have noticed the sample of isodesium there across the way, but I've got to sneak past these guys. Another option I could potentially do instead of humping this ladder is I could have just fired a grenade in there, and that would have killed most of them, I believe. But I'm trying to be sort of stealthy, or at least as stealthy as I can be. Apologise for the jerkiness here, guys. Again, the game's a little bit unstable on my system, so I tend to have to sort the recording out at various intervals. Here we go, back to smooth, and grab the isodesium and get out of here quickly before anyone sees me. Suckers. Right here. Oh, refill for my weapons as well. This grenade launcher is awesome. I'm going to be using it a lot, but we'll just break out the compression rifle for now.
Monroe to Foster. I have the last sample of isodesium. I'm on my way back.
Hold on, Monroe. Odell hasn't reported back yet. We can't get any response from him. Can you go check it out?
Yeah, I'm right by the entrance to the Maelon area.
Good. See if you can find Odell. But be careful. Foster out.
Monroe to Ken. There's a security door at the Maelon entrance.
Roger. I'll see if I can override it from here.
And as will quickly become the theme of this game, it's time for someone else to screw up our plans. We've gone perfectly well, and Odell has managed to screw up at some level here. Anyway, we are now entering the Maelon part of the ship. As you will remember from Voyager, the Maelon are basically a culture which produce a ton of like radioactive and sort of antimatter waste, and they're pretty rubbish at dealing with it. Think of a nuclear power plant where they just left all the uranium and stuff outside and just dumped it wherever they pleased, and you pretty much got the Maelon. They are fairly dangerous. They've got pretty good weapons technology, but overall they're just another race from Voyager who doesn't appear to be tremendously deep. Anyway, got a refill for our weapons here, and this mainly doesn't involve as much sneaking as the last part of the game. What this mainly involves is pathfinding more than anything else. Just pathfinding and a bit of platforming. See, we've got little critters in these guys because just emphasising that the Maelon don't really clean anything out. I think this was one of the creatures that the Klingons shot earlier on in the game. But whatever, they're dead now. I just use the hand phaser on those because ammo's kind of at a premium, so I really don't want to be messing around too much with using my normal weapons, because I will need the normal weapons. Ooh, health refill. There we go. Right, first little piece of platforming here. I'm just cutting out a little bit ahead because I managed to go the wrong way and just waste 2 or 3 minutes of everyone's time, so you'll notice a little bit of jump cut there. Sorry about that, but It's better than watching me flail around for sort of a minute and a half. Now, you don't go all the way to the top of this ladder, you go about halfway up, maybe a bit further. Because going to the top, there's no way across there. So you have to come down the middle here, and in traditional first-person shooter standard, there's a grate hanging off, which means that you can therefore shoot it, and we end up in this little area. And once again, we're crawling through the bowels of this sort of station. I think station's the best way. It's basically just a load of ships glued together. Oh, a couple of Maelon there. Again, we're trying to maintain a low profile here. We're trying to not be too aggressive with what we do. Yes, I've been using the compression rifle, but I am still under sort of stealth rules. So we're gonna... Oh, didn't notice him at first. Yep, and he was far enough away from the other two they didn't notice it. And now it's time to put my evil hat on. Just hit this.
What happened to the pumps?
They must have gotten jammed again. Let's go down and check it out.
Yep, you do that. You head down to where all that radioactive slime is. I think the problem's here. Yep. Bit naughty of me there, but maintained stealth. Yeah, something about the Maelon, or at least it was quite interesting about the Maelon, was when they were first introduced, obviously Voyager in their do-gooder sort of thing that Star Trek does, basically offered them technology to be able to clean up all their systems, and because waste disposal was such a huge industry for the Maelon, or at least for the Maelon that they met, the technology was just flat out rejected because it would be so damaging to the Maelon economy and so many people around it. And kind of weird, really. Strange thing is, you could actually see it happening on this planet, where people will just not do things not because they're not the right thing, but because it's just simply not profitable.
I don't think they're coming.
Those stupid paranoid Hirogen. They lock all their doors. How are we supposed to tell them?
I guess they don't want anyone stealing their supplies.
That wasn't us.
Well, let's just keep waiting and see if they come.
Yeah, this is pretty much the point where we have to abandon stealth, and I'm trying to desperately look for a way to do this under stealth at this point, but there really isn't a way. Fortunately, at this point, it's not a game breaker if you reveal yourself. But I'm still just looking around, just going, is there really a way around this? I still have quite a lot of ammo for the compression rifle, but because there's two of them, I'm going to get shot at by the one that I don't instantaneously kill. So what I've got to rely on basically is that I've snuck into the station as deeply as I can at this point, and because I'm so deep in, blowing my cover at this point isn't really that huge. All it'll do is just make people a little bit more wary, but I don't think that there's a huge amount I can do about this, to tell you the truth. So I'm actually going to go for a 2-for-1 shot here. Grenade launcher. Let's see if I can do it. Nope, unfortunately it did take two of them, but as you can see, I didn't get an admonishment from Foster or anything like that, so I'm going to assume everything's still okay. I'm sure there must be a way to do that stealthily, although maybe there's just not. Maybe you've got to just got to deal with them as and when. And this is one of the true sort of arsehole jumps in the game. This is how you get into the Hirogen sector, and I try and do a duck jump there, which I have to remember is from Half-Life, not this game, so it's literally a running jump into that hole. And there we go. So we are in. And let's get across this grating. Ew, just crap everywhere. Thank God I'm wearing a hazard suit. This stuff isn't that damaging. You can pretty much, as long as you don't like sit in it for 5 minutes or so, your suit will protect you from pretty much everything. I can hear critters. Ah, that's where they are. That's the auxiliary fire on the phaser. It does disintegrate things. And up onto this ledge. Yeah, doing really well. Oh, fell in. Honestly, I'm so bad at this. Right, okay. Oh God, fell in again. And now I'm stuck. Yeah, that never happened. Let's get up onto this ledge. And health, excellent. So we can just completely ignore that that ever happened. I'm in full ship shape. Got a compression rifle here, and ooh, weapon energy refill as well. I always get a little bit nervous when they give you both a life and weapon energy refill. That generally means that there's a bit of a Barney round the corner. First person shooter games tend to be quite obvious when something's coming. But since there's no other way I can go, let's head up this ladder and see where we're up to now. Phaser out, just in case I have to come across one of those critters. Yeah, let's keep going. Okay, another overhead, great. Let's see if we can listen in. We must be getting near the Herodian sector now.
Where is the Alpha?
He's on a hunt. Some fresh prey, I hear.
That doesn't sound promising. Herodian are not known for hunting unworthy prey, and they're not known for hunting the same thing twice. So my guess is that they know that we're here somehow. If that's the case, then we've got a mess on our hands, because Herodian don't really take prisoners as far as combat goes, so again, they're pretty much, I would say the Herodian are pretty much the Klingons of the Delta Quadrant. They don't quite have the same sort of honor code or anything like that, but they're like your standard warrior race that's become a bit having trouble keeping up with the times, shall we say. And yeah, at this point we are just abandoning stealth and going for a full-on confrontation with the Herodian. Grenade launcher is in fact awesome at this point. Deals with the Herodian in one shot usually, and it is a bit of an energy gulper. It uses sort of 10 energy per shot, but considering it's a one-hit kill on pretty much anything, and oh, that's a problem. Almost ended up shooting myself with my grenade launcher there. Would have been one for the mistakes manual for sure. Right, just refill on health here, and I'm just going to make a quick cut because again I spend 45 seconds to a minute just running around doing nothing. And we come back here and it's time for the elevator trick. Uh-oh. Wow, he went flying. Only slightly difficult thing with using the grenade launcher is getting your elevation right. Oh, and missing. What was that about the first rule of madness, trying to do the same thing and expecting a different result? Wasted 2 shots there with my grenade launcher. Oh, completely non-suspicious hole in the wall. Let's head in here. See what we can find in here.
Odell!
Yes, sir. I was ambushed. A weapon, communicator, taken. Never saw them.
Save your strength, Tom. I'll beam you out of here. Monroe to Foster. I found Odell. He's hurt bad. I'm beaming him back to the extraction point with his isodesium.
Understood. Foster out.
Monroe. Wait. I still have to get one more sample of the isodesium.
Don't worry, Tom. I'll get it.
Be careful. Ambush.
Yep, and once again we're going to be mopping up someone else's mess. Anyway, we can't go back into that room, so let's head in this way. Unnecessary but very funny. Large room ahead with a health globe here. I see. This is going to be a fight, isn't it? Well, that cut him off. Watch out for one of the most spectacular deaths in this game. Whee! He went flying. Physics engine. Ah, failure. I seriously need to get better with this gun, and now I'm running out of ammo as well. That's probably not the most efficient way to be killing people. The scavenger weapon or the stasis gun is fine here. I think the stasis weapon is slightly more when you can see clearly and it still hits something. Taking way more damage than that. Oh, no way did that get in the way. And again. Oh. So annoying. Well, they definitely know I'm here, so I'm afraid that all of you hoping for a stealth game, that's gone out the window now. But that's them dealt with, so let's see.
Monroe to Foster. I found the last piece of isodesium. There's a huge bay between us. There's a crane system of some sort, but the control room is on the other side.
Wait a second, Alex. I think I know where you are. I was just there. Hold on. Okay, I'm here. I see the controls. Give me just a second.
Chelsea, behind you!
Take her alive.
What's going on down there?
Chelsea has been captured. I've got to rescue her.
Of all the... Alright, Monroe, but be careful. We can't afford to lose another man. If you can't rescue her, just get back here.
Don't worry, sir. I'll get her. Monroe out.
Honestly, idiot woman. Once again, someone just completely messing things up for us. We even found the last sample of isodesium as well. And for the first time on this mission, dilithium crystals are useful. Let's just heal up our damage from that little Donnybrook. Still very short of ammo on this, although I did see a refill in the crane lift. Maybe I can get across there. Anyway, a little bit of platforming here. Yep, just about made it then. Just climb up this ladder and we'll be jumping onto this moving platform. Yep, there we go. And there's the isodesium. So we now have 4 samples of it, and now all we've got to do is get Telsia back. Again. It's like 2 missions with her, 2 complete failures she's managed to be. Oh well. Just seeing if there's a shortcut into that crane room, and it doesn't look like there is. So we are going to be heading into the next part of the station. So if it's through this yellow door here. I don't know about you, but I recognise that symbol, and it's not fun times ahead. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.